Luigi Mangione, the accused killer of the United Healthcare CEO, back in court today. A federal judge has ruled to postpone the start date for one of the high-profile trials. The federal trial now set to begin in the fall. That is after Mangione's defense team raised concerns over the initial overlapping timelines between both the state and the federal cases against him. Mangione's lawyers say the back-to-back court appearances initially violated his constitutional rights. Mangione is accused of shooting and killing Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan back in 2024. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. NBC News correspondent Steven Romo is following the very latest for us. In fact, Steven, you were there in Midtown Manhattan reporting the day that this happened, that CEO was killed. What does this latest ruling from the judge really mean?
Yeah, hard to believe we're still at the pre-trial level when it happened 2 years ago now. Looking at this, the judge is really trying to accommodate the defense, but without moving the trial back, without postponing it. So the judge has decided to move some things up ahead of the start of the state trial and to push the date of the start date of the federal trial back to late October or early November. So that just happening just in the past few minutes. The defense team had been arguing, saying that this was a violation of Mangione's constitutional rights because he would not be able to look at the jury questionnaires, part of the jury selection process, because he would be occupied with the state trial. They pointed that out. His attorney, Karen Agnifilo, also saying she was troubled that the potential federal jurors would be filling out these questionnaires and starting that process while the state trial was ongoing, when this is obviously both trials going to get so much attention because of what a high-profile situation this is. Also, Agnifilo is saying that this could jeopardize Mangione's right to effective counsel because being occupied with a trial while trying to prepare for another trial sort of takes the legal team out of the running there for a bit. That her argument. Of course, prosecutors were saying that is not necessary, saying witnesses' memories fade after a while. It's harder to schedule witnesses. Like, they really wanted to keep this trial date when it was going, and saying that the defense team had said that this is the same witnesses, the same facts in this case, that so the defense team should be able to argue both at the same time. That was what prosecutors were saying here. Ultimately, the judge not agreeing with the defense's request to move the trial date back far, but only a few weeks, to hopefully create a little space for the state trial to get underway, hopefully wrap up. Could be 4 to 6 weeks, could of course be longer, before they actually carry on and start that federal trial. A long time coming. You know,
we're talking right now about the legal nuts and bolts, but what about the cultural nuts and bolts? Because you were reporting on the day that the CEO was shot. You were reporting from the courthouse every time that he was, appearing in court. And now you're seeing this decision from the judge. Why is this case so culturally significant? And why has Mangione really just captured this zeitgeist of American interest?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's really interesting. One part of it is Americans' frustration with the healthcare system overall. Of course, he targeted the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, who has 2 children. That has obviously upset a lot of people. But the feeling of anger behind the healthcare industry has hit a nerve in a way. And then the other side of it, Mangione has gotten a lot of attention. I've talked to people outside the courthouse who didn't support what he did, but wanted to get a glimpse of him. He's received this celebrity status in a way. People talking about how attractive he is.
Writing him letters in jail.
Exactly, yeah. It's been a bit strange to see this unfold from a manhunt to now this celebrity-type figure accused of murder.
Being lionized while behind bars.
Exactly. It is. I've not seen a situation quite like it.
I don't think any of us have. Steven Romo, excellent reporting. Thank you so much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.